have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
How's everybody doing? Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. At your service, my name is Leo, joined here by Beef Mommy, and you guys are watching the Alliance Games featuring Call of Duty Mobile, co-presented by Globe, dubbed by the community as the UAP and NCAA of esports. Alliance student clubs from across the Philippines are all G to compete in multiple esports titles, and they're here to represent their campus. Beef Mommy, how you doing?
Oh, great. And that was such a hot start. And we're obviously starting day number 1 here. And we have a lot of things stored for you guys. And obviously, the Alliance Games, the major events consists of 3 stages: the play-in stage, which we're in right now, the group stage, and the playoff stage. The play-ins will run for 3 weeks, and the teams playing a double elimination pools format. And the top 16 teams will advance to the group stage. The top 8 will advance to the playoffs. And the finalists will have the opportunity to compete at the coveted Conquest 2022. I know you're looking forward to that because obviously for me, like being in such a great community, in the COD community, like we like to say it, for us to be in a LAN tournament, it's been a while.
I actually appreciate the warm welcomes. Guys, dun sa mga hindi nakakaalam, matagal na ako since nakapagcast ulit ng Call of Duty Mobile. If I'm not mistaken, 2020 pa. Mga December since I last casted this beloved esport, and it's good to be back. Thank you again to AcadArena for making this happen, and as well, the Alliance Games would not be a thing without our amazing sponsors. Thank you so much to Globe, co-presented by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor, and of course, this is all powered by Logitech, GR official gaming gear partner. Beef Mommy, let's check out the maps here. This is what we're playing for game 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 kung umabot pa doon. We have a summit for game 1. It's Hardpoint, and this was actually chosen by by Adnu.
Exactly. And now it's going to be important here, like who wins the coin toss, right? So now for Summit, it's interesting how you get to see Summit twice here: Domination and Hardpoint and Summit. So again, you have these really amazing maps that you see here. Summit obviously being a little bit of a smaller map, especially for Hardpoint. You already know the rotations. We see that's a very classic map that a lot of these players really like to play. And also in Domination as well, medyo mas mainit talaga yung labanan dito. And even though malamig ang Summit, then obviously the snow is going to be melting and the players are going to heat things up. But then for Search and Destroy Hackney Yard here, again, I think this is a really good map to play SND just because of how small the map is. But then you can see from end to end if you have a really good sniper and really play for those picks.
Yep, and also the elevation in Hackney Yard is unmatched. I mean, for Summit, if you want to play SND and Summit, ang laruan mo doon rotations. You gotta find those choke points. I love how Hackney Yard is actually our map number 2. Mind you, again, a lot of momentum will come from map 1, and again, that choice by LG Altair, it's going to set the pace here, momentum wise. Speaking of which, how do you think game 1 is going to set us up? Because again, these bands, Firing Range and Crossfire, it is a respawn map that we're playing. Game number 1, based on your experience, Beef Mommy, game 1, usually, does that set the pace? Is that usually like a statement game? Like, amin na to eh. Lalo na, it's Hardpoint. You know, you have points on the line. When a team gets bodied, hopefully hindi. When a team gets bodied, do you usually see them come back stronger? Because again, look at these lovely, youthful faces from Viper Eclipse and LG Altair. Again, do you think LG Altair knows what's up Feeling mo ba
Oh,
parang sisimulan nila to mainit?
Oh, syempre. Like, obviously, we already know not only in esports, but it all started in sports as well. UAAP and CAA, you know that the blue versus green situation will also happen
Oh.
here. The rivalry is what I want to see. Ateneo de
Whew.
Manila University will definitely bring it to the table, but DLS CSB can also have a response as well. So ito na nga. I know usually nakita natin is DLSU, right? But we are looking at the brothers CSB, which is going to be my school. But no, there's no bias here because I know Admo will definitely bring it to the table. And now, Leo, now you were asking me, it's really important to have hardpoint because it's our first matchup for today. There are jitters, and it's gonna be how you make a statement, how to start off the match. And yes, it's important to really have all of the scores here in Hardpoint Summit.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, now that you mentioned it, there's a lot weighing in on this matchup alone. It's blue versus green. You're thinking about points. You're thinking about school pride. Here I am, the Tiger, just chilling. Like, sige, bahala kayo. Kayo muna mag-away dyan. But it is important, even for CSB, given that they are the brothers here of Viridis Arcos, who's already waiting in the next round, that they have to make good here because the winner of this match will be playing in the later match. So imagine what that might mean, right? Kung kunyari, I'm just saying, what if Viper Eclipse moves on and they face off against Viridis Arcus?
Absolutely. And I feel like there's a lot more pressure, I think, on CSB. And just because they know that their brothers are going to be waiting up top. And now they definitely want to prove that they're not just the B team. They definitely want to go there. But also a lot of pressure as well for Admu because, you know, that they don't want to lose against their rivals. Especially, they want to see their main rival, which is going to be sitting up top later in our game number 3. So again, Viper Eclipse has a lot to do as well for really just proving everything. But we are starting off our game right now already. Very, very hot here in Summit. Leo, this is going to be absolutely crazy.
It's a fitty-fitty. We are starting here in mid. It's a huge move by Viper Eclipse. Narinig yata lang sinasabi natin na parang pressure is on them. It was a 50-50 start, but they are up about 10 points here. Oh, we're already seeing how the CBR and the MAC-10 are making a statement. They're making their presence known. It's these two guns that's dictating the meta right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, CBR definitely is the gun to use at the moment. So that's going to be very important for them to choose the right weapon, especially here in a small map like Summit. And now we have a really great dominating start from CSB, having that 28-2. But you can see here, LJ already racking up the points for them.
Yep, 10 seconds left here for Altair to make a move. They are going to try to equal the points here. They're about halfway through. We see here Gavan. Ooh, wins that lower standpoint, lower vantage point fight, and they're going to start moving up to P2 here. Ooh.
Rotation needs to be good.
One. All right. So naaporma naman yung Altair.
Yeah, they're actually positioned really well. And now for Altair, they need to just keep holding. But even though they're having a little bit of a difficult time into the first hard point, yung rotation nga going into catwalk, that was probably the most essential thing that they could have done. But unfortunately for them, hindi sila nanalo dun sa mga gunfights nila. And CSB really proves to be that they're really good at the gunfights. Not only that, but in the position as well. The rotation was early for the side of Admo, pero they're not able to go and keep it. And now for them, now they're gathering a lot of points for CSB and in between them. But you can see here, they're finally winning all of their gunfights. But with 22 seconds left, it's going to be very hard because CSB is already rotating into the next hard point, which is P3 here.
Yep, Viper Eclipse, 2 steps forward. LG Altair, 1 step forward. Pero mahabol, oh my god, close to equalizing. Just 5 points between them. Really use that balcony very well to find it now. They're going to try to position here in Donut. They do find it. Oh, gunfights everywhere. Wait. P3 did not spawn just yet. Sino nakaporma doon? Oh no, they moved on.
Check. Did all he could to actually go and get it for Viper right now. And for them to just have one man just to push out everyone from Admo, that's going to be a big thing. And he basically stopped the push there. But still, it wasn't enough for them to go and keep the point. Obviously, kasi mag-isa nga lang siya. But now, he did enough to wait for his teammates to go and push in. And now, they're slowly losing all of their gunfights. And for the moment, Viper all losing, especially here in P3. This is one of the money hills that you can get. And that is going to be a very painful start because they had such a big lead a while ago, and now they're slowly losing it. And now with 24 seconds left on the clock, you need to go and rotate now because it's going to be a far trek going into P4.
Man, gotta give it up to Czech. He really tried. He really did. But even, again, you mentioned, with just one man, LG Altair able to dominate and go up, 20 points?
20 points essential for the teams here because you already know that in hardpoint you need to get every single point that you get. If you have only one person going push, then yes, that's going to be important, but everyone else from the team of Viper at the moment can still try and figure it out. But you can see both of the teams are already poised and positioned into the next hardpoint, but obviously with Viper being the first one they're in. So ito na nga, medyo mahirapan ng Admo mag-push in dito, but no, it doesn't really matter. They win all of their gunfights here, Leo.
Oh, lovely. LG Altair dominating. This is very tight point. P4 doesn't really look like a money hill for them, but they're looking... Oh, wait lang. As I was saying that, Viper gets back. Viper Eclipse.
Back, but even if you see the spawn is in the favor of Admu right now, it doesn't really matter because they still win the gunfight. So far medyo back and forth pa rin ang labanan dito with both of these teams, really showing how well responsible they are when it comes to the discipline. So that's really good. But then the problem is you're gonna have to go and rotate already to the most open hardpoint here, Leo, which is going to be P1 here in control.
Here we go. We've come back full circle. Gotta love how Viper Eclipse really tried to get back and slowly score back. Ang hirap kasi kapag 30 na or 40 yung lead. And the key to that retake was the thumper. I love how they used it. The 1-2 knockout punch really led to this small lead na lang, pinaliit nila. But LG Altair, they're able to capitalize once more as they go back into point 1. Oh, through the balcony.
And there, it's set up already. This is going to be very hard for Viper to go and infiltrate because out there already has a sentry gun set up. But unfortunately for them, it does go down. So that's a really good response. A counter response coming in from the side of Viper. So it's a pretty good start here for both of these teams into P1 in the reset that we've had. But again, a really good contest going in from the side of Admu as well. So far, medyo nahirapan talaga ang Viper going up against the gun skills against Admu.
Yep, I gotta give it up to Viper. They do have these micro duels, these engagements here. You see Shelby loses the high point battle, but Annihilator times. Calls looking for one. Oh, misses. And loses the gunfight. Slide shot
To the head. Yun nga yung warning shot sa ulo, diba? So, again, you see a lot of these Annihilators always being used up. But then 146 and 82, slowly but surely, Admu tries to go and get it. But then, no, humahabol pa rin ngayon ang Viper. They still want to go and win this. 3 points na lang natitira. Tingnan natin kung kaya talagang humabol ng Viper Eclipse dito, especially in Catwalk.
Check! Got a couple of backstabs. Eventually gets Annihilator, but goes down himself. Now, 2 points. They're holding on. 50-50 here this time around. 2 points. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, LG Altair takes first blood.
That was so impressive for me. It was a back and forth this whole time, Leo. At some point in the middle, especially before the reset, okay, it's anyone's game, but that setup in P1 after the reset, yung Sentry Gun doon really did a lot of damage and they were first in rotation. So I think for LG Altair, you take a look at that. The gunfights, they were winning every single one. And yes, the response was good from Viper, pero it wasn't enough to go and stop, and especially how hot right now that LG Altair is.
Interesting. Ang basa ko doon, the way that Altair played is they read Viper Eclipse muna. Parang they let him take the first point and then slowly they check how they would rotate around the movement from 1 to 2. And then they're like, okay, I see. Luckily, hindi na umabot ng 3 because I don't want to see another replay of the thumper play. Kasi kung umulit yun, kung bumalik pa yun, then it might swing a little closer to maybe a 130, 140 game to LG's win. But just the same. Wow. Again, you mentioned the sentry gun play. I think that was very, very significant.
Yes, most definitely. And not just that, I feel like the rotation is just on point all the time. And even though there's times na yung Viper would be there early, but then they're just being outgunned, outslayed every time. So that's like one of the foundations that you need as a team. Obviously, we already know this, that you need to outgun before you go and set up. And yes, you can have early rotations whatsoever, but if you are having a hard time mechanically, then obviously you'd be losing a lot of the gunfights, and really just having that knowledge that your opponent has a little bit of a better time when it comes to the engagements. You need to play a little bit smarter. But for now, Admu, LG Altair was just a little bit more quick.
Yep, so that is game number 1 in a best of 5. LG Altair setting the pace. Again, we talked about momentum, no? Kung mangunguna ba ang isa sa kanila, kaya ba nilang dalhin yon into a dominating run Not looking good for the chances of the green versus green match for later tonight. But we are going to go into game number 2. We're setting up for Search and Destroy in Acne Yard. That sounded wrong. Hackney Yard. There you go. Acne Yard doesn't sound the same. Hackney Yard, and this is a CSB pick, all right? Viper Eclipse here. They chose this map. They should be comfortable here. Bifami, talk us through why you might pick Search and Destroy Hackney Yard. You mentioned how it's a smaller map.
Definitely, it's a smaller map, but then what's good with it is like the verticality of it, the aspect of you can go into the third floor, you can have so much space into the rooftops, and you won't be able to be seen. And so it's important to have those snipers. And now we're finally starting things in Hackney Yard Search and Destroy. Medyo tignan natin kung yung pili ng CSB ngayon is going to be smart for them. Maybe they're more comfortable in Search and Destroy.
The show. LG Altair got to pick their side, so they are gonna attack first. So despite the comfort from Viper, LG Altair wants the shock and awe. Here we go. Let's see. LGA going for B first. One defender though from Viper Eclipse. I wonder how they're gonna make it. One down though. 4-4. There you go. Straight out. Ooh.
Let's go. One more trick.
Anap. Manunu. Yeah, so it is a small map. I agree, it's a small map. Pero there are these open spots, not even just the verticality. So, you know, these sniper players, kung maganda yung tutok mo, it's really gonna pay off. Oh!
There you go. Viper gets one more, and that's going to be a 2v3 situation. Still into the favor of Altair at the moment. So now all they need to do, oh no, it's going to be a 1v3 situation, which is going to be very difficult, but Bond is going to be going down. He even stings out, but the thumper almost goes out. Doesn't really quite take the shots, man. Like, hesitate siya dun.
Check on the Mac. Let's see. He knows where people are, but Coles finds the backside. 1-0.
Man, that's such a good strategy from Admu. The adjustment that they had, because before you can see it over here, the replays, they were all the way pushed up into A, and now they had to go and readjust and go into the back. That was a really good call. And now for Chekwa, I feel like that's such a good position to be in, but unfortunately for them, I think it was just like COD timing at its finest, and CODs just got it at the nick of time.
Yep. I mean, kahit na anong ganda ng galaw mo ng tutok mo, if there's literally one more person on the map, it's hard to have a high eyes behind your head. That's just physically impossible. Now, going into game round number 2 here in game 2. Let's see. Still B. Ooh. Akno Krishna. Traded out.
Quite sure if I like this play from CSB at the moment, just because of how open they left Bravo. And now Krishna tries to go and get one. Yes, she does. And now we get to see one more. There you go. CSB finally gets one round. And Leo, it could have went the other way just because of how much they left B open, but they were winning their shots.
It was a gambit, honestly. They left it open so that they can clear out and defend. Great retake. I guess that's what Viper Eclipse's winning image is for game 2 here. Kaya nila pinili tong mapa na to. Kaya ganun yung okay lang na mag-side ka eh. Doesn't matter. Like we know how to defend if it's A or if it's B. Let's see if they can continuously do that, because we know for sure LG Altair, they learn quick. Like this.
But
Switch up.
they listen to you. And now we can see it over here. Banana tries to go and take the tough first shot. Doesn't quite get the information that he needed. But there you go. Finally gets to even things out. But then Admu's still an advantage of one man. No, but then goes down. It's a 3v3 situation. Even things out. And now for Gavon, he has 2 already to his name. Plus the smokes out into his favor.
Oh, Gavon! This is what we're talking about. That verticality. Linaro. Ang pala Spider-Man si Gavon. It was a small difference, right? But if you're aiming at the feet or the head, it makes a small difference. 2-1. LG Altair still in the lead.
I mean, out there doing such an amazing job at doing micro adjustments. They knew that they didn't have to go to B again, and now they choose A. It worked out, and now they will try again. But if this doesn't work out, best believe they might try for B. And now the setup is already real. It's so aggressive for both of these teams to go in. Now Banana gets one. The entry frag is on, but it is a 4v3 situation. Again, at the favor of Admu.
Banana's going BA, NA, NAS finds one. Ooh, switch up, check. So quick on the trigger.
Check is going to be an essential man for his team. He's doing the good calls so far, not only in Hardpoint, but here in Search and Destroy as well. Now it's all up to Manuno to try to get one more pick, and now that's going to be hard because the sniper is supposed to be that entry point. But now things are going to be evened out, so you have to slow things a little bit. But there you go, Coles gets one, but it gets traded out.
Almost point blank. Let's see. 151 lift. 1v2. Kaya ba to? It's Czech versus the world! Actually, may kampi siya this time around. This is new for us. Czech is usually the last man left. But again, a nice retake. 2 for 2 now. Parang game 1 lang. Balikan sila. Nobody's getting bodied.
Exactly. I mean, now that they know that A isn't gonna work out, I think that they might go for Bravo, maybe, because like yung basang-basa talaga nung CSB, yung galawan ng Admo. What both these teams need to do is just slow things down because it's a game of information and they're going into the side, kind of like what Christian just did, and they're just going in there blind.
Going in slow, taking your time seems to be the logical choice, but if it's green versus blue, if it's a match this hot, I don't know if logic is what we should trust. It's all feelings, it's all gut, it's all instinct. Oh, versus 4. We're talking COD here. Wait lang. Esports 3v3. Oh, Shelby on that Mach 10 going bananas as well, but the Banana Blast the Mach 10.
The sheesh is bananas, and there you go, 1v3 situation again into the favor of Admu. They always get the bodies down, and then Banana finally finishes down. Now 3 and 2. It's still very close, but we are gonna do the switcheroo real quick as CSB is finally gonna get a hold of the bomb, and let's see if they can be a little bit more passive going into the attacker's side. And for Admu, they need to be a little bit careful because CSB can definitely go and respond to that.
This might make them a lethal attacker. We're looking for that right now, but you can't stop Wheat. Wheat is an essential grain and as well a great a great forward player here for Admu. 3v3 this time around. We're looking at Lift using the verticality. Loses the fight against Wheat. Whew.
Should not have challenged that ego challenge was just a little bit too much. He got one, probably should have backed off, but you know what, it's okay. Wheat has been such a great player for his team, and now the bomb is going to be going down. That's going to be hard for the readjustment here from Shelby, but he does get one 1v1 situation. Does he know where he is? CBR in hand. That is the perfect gun to just go and get this clutch. Knows very well that calls might be up there. That is great timing so far.
Galing. Love the awareness here by Shelby. Calls, he wins! Oh no! Calls! Sayang yung init ni Shelby. Sayang yung init niya, but I guess when you're in a high-stakes situation like that and you feel like you're in the state of flow, parang could have done better on the spray control. We were looking at it from Colse. I wonder what Shelby was seeing.
Exactly. Feeling ko hindi na nakita yung entrance eh. Medyo mahirap talaga yung angulo yun because it's one entrance you have to choose. And now, going in there very aggressively, a 3-2 split now from the side of Admu, which is going to be a good thing, but a very heavy stack going to Alpha.
Gotta love the diversity from Admu. As an attacker, they're so united, synchronized, but as defenders, they're not letting any retakes happen. I think they're better this way. They're more controlled. And again, ang bilis kasi mag-rotate eh. Lalo na like si Wheat at saka si Banana. You can always expect them to be where they need to be.
It looks like Admu's even better at the defense, and really bringing out those 3 players going into the backside that is going to be better for them. But then one does go down. Banana is going to be going down, an essential player for his team. And now let's see how the readjustment is going to play through para dito sa side ng Admu. And now you get to see a lot of these players being a little bit more patient here, which is good. But then the engagement is going to be there. Wheat wins it, but then Wheat is going to be traded out really quickly. A 3v3 situation here.
Oh, here we go. Viper Eclipse going for the plant. Let's see, Krishna's gonna get it. So that's gonna change the timing, the pacing for Admu. And still, Krishna goes down after the plant. Okay pa naman. It's check and lift on the defense. Can they protect the site? Oh, 30 seconds away. Oh, it's just check lift. And, yeah.
I mean, 2 is always better than 1 here, so that's going to be very difficult. And unfortunately for him, he was, again in that same spot where he was at a while ago. He really seems to be like gusto niya yung spot na yun, no? Pero mahirap talaga dun kasi you're gonna be exposed. And so for you need to know where to position yourself. And now you're down 3. You need to make a perfect 4 rounds to win this because this is match point. 1 more win into the horizon for Admu, for up there. That's going to be so difficult, especially when they have the momentum.
Well, Viper Eclipse off to a great start. I was just gonna say. Ooh, they trade out for Manunu. There goes Lift. Oh, Krishna going for an early plant. Kaya ba? Okay, they get it. She's in. And 3v4 this time around. Gavon finds one up top. 3v3.
There you go. 3v3 situation, even things out. So that's still going to be very good for both of these teams. And now we need to see a readjustment. Checo really loves this corner, but he knows that his opponents are always going to be there. But then he finally wins the gunfight. Good for him. And now Mac10 doesn't really quite do it when it comes to that range. So he just chooses to be like, there needs to be one more. Krishna gets one. And CSB is still here. Viper is still here. Whew. There you go. 3 and 5.
Love
Match
it.
is not over yet. Music. Why is there music?
It's intense. It's getting there. Nakita mo noon, muntik na
Boss
tumayo si
music.
Krishna. Muntik na yung matanggal yung charger niya sa saksakan. But no. Let's stay back in the game here. Going into this 2 minutes. This is Eclipse moving towards A again. They move it over this time around. If I'm not mistaken, it's Geddon. Geddon now the carrier. Geddon moving slowly. Oh, I think Altair knows. Altair knows that it's the A game.
Because they had such a good start over there into that
Doon sila,
A-bomb side.
yeah, doon sila sumuscore eh. So why not?
Exactly. But then that becomes a little bit predictable. And speaking of, there you go, Shelby is gonna go down, and Wheat obviously wins those gunfights. And now the readjustment needs to be made. But they need to stop the push going into the back end. I think that's the weakness of CSB, of Viper, that they just leave the back open. And now they finally have one person there, so it's a good thing that Lift has eyes on there. He's probably gonna be having Banana in his sights, and now the information is gathered that Banana is going to be in mid. And now the readjustment finally pulls through, and it looks like a B push might be in the horizon.
Oh, they might switch it up, but it might be too late. Ika nga, napapalimutan na namin! That's what LG Altair is saying. Man, they can't even go for the rotate. As much as possible, it's just Krishna who's spotting out for them. And again, man advantage to LG Altair. Here we see Lift trying to make the rotation happen as well. Uy, pero nagawa nila. They actually get the plant. Look at Geddon.
Really nice plan, but then Vaughn gets one more, and now we are down 3 and 5. Oh, no, make that 2 and 5. It should have been a B push going in there. They had the chance, but let's see if Pulse wins this gunfight. No, he doesn't. Still very doable right now for Krishna again. You know that this person can definitely go and clutch it, but no, unfortunately, not today. And there you go, Leo. One more point going in for the side of Admo. It's currently a 2-0 out of our game 5, best out of 5.
And just like that, we're at match point. I can't say I'm disappointed. Again, there was a little bit of a hope there. May konting laban yung Viper. But what scares me, all right? Let me just say this out loud. What scares me for Eclipse is the fact that was their map. What does that say, right? That was their map. And look at LG out there. They're just chilling. They're like, yep, we know how to play that too. Hackney Yard.
Hackney Yard.
Alam namin tong mapang to. Look at this.
Yeah, they know the map in the back of their hand, and I feel like medyo nahirapan ng Eclipse dito because they always had ang dami talagang butas sa play nila eh. Like yung back end, the backside push that you already know that Altair is always gonna do, especially when on the defensive side. Wala
Yep.
silang response dun eh. Si Lift dapat yung magbibigay ng information yun, knows that there's one. Feeling ko dun talaga sa last game, they could have rotated going to be. Nakita natin eh, yung may hawak ng bomba, medyo lumalabas na siya eh, going into spawn, but they still needed to, see if ever it was clear or not, and that was Lift's responsibility to do so. And now he says that there's one person there, then okay, maybe you can go and rotate now. But again, there's still one more chance for this team to go and make it. Domination might be their baby.
They gotta make Capit. All right?
Yes.
All of y'all archers, y'all gotta make Capit. Support Viper Eclipse here. They need it. But for LG Altair, all the Eagles, y'all chilling. All right? Y'all chilling. I gotta say, in that last game, right? In that, what? How many? Total 8? Was that total 8 rounds we played?
Yes.
I'd say maybe 50-60% of the kills there happened in warehouse. Right? Like, that's how violent B site was for both teams. And I'm a little sad. Well, maybe because it is SND. Na wala masyadong, what's the word I'm looking for? Sniperan. Wala masyadong long range fights in cargo. Diba? Like, it would have been nice to see that. And you saw how Krishna was trying.
Whole time I think that was happening, it was just too aggressive for CSB, for Eclipse.
I was saying, I
Way
think
aggressive.
I got muted like slight. Yes, they were too aggressive, which did not allow for that long range fight to help for the rotations. Again, sinabi mo na simula eh, na parang take it slow sana. Maybe that's where we would have seen more cross map plays. But yeah, out there didn't let that happen. So Yeah, we're gonna go into domination though. That is map number 3, game number 3, and so far it's looking like a sweep because Altair is so far unstoppable. It is in Summit, and it's LG's choice.
Exactly. And now this is again, we're seeing it once more. Summit, we already know that they did so well in Hardpoint, and now out there, that's their pick right now. That's going to be very difficult because they had such a great game, not only in Hardpoint, but then the momentum going into Search and Destroy is now going to be present here in our domination matchup. Not only that, it's going to be very difficult for DLSU to stop that momentum, and now we are going to be starting the game in just a little bit. But, before that, let's just give a little bit of a shout out to AcadArena. Thank you for having us. If you want to find the latest updates on your favorite All-G teams, schedules, articles, stats, you name it, you'll find it in our website official at acadarena.com/alliance-games. There you go.
Clickety-clack. Clickety-clack. Check nyo na kung tama yung sinabi kong 50 to 60% of the kills. Again, you can see also match durations dun, no? Beef Mami, based on your professional history, was that a fast game? I mean, just based on how they played, 3 to 5, mabilis ba yun? Is that on the faster side of things?
It's so quick. I mean, they just need to slow it down just a little bit, like we keep saying a while ago, because in S&D you only have one life, and you need to really
Make the
give
most of
value
it.
to that. Make the most of it. That's why your snipers need to give that information first before heading into a site. And usually at the defense, you don't need to push that much because you need to give that information. And that's why with Admu, that's why they were doing so well, because they were just waiting there for CSB to go in.
I see. So again, once more, we're going into game number 3, map 3, Summit. This is domination. Going straight for the balconies. Iniwan nila yung B site doon. A, full control, LG Altair. And right now, B cut. That's LGA here versus Viper Eclipse, mind you, from CSB. Oh.
Skills?
Does this count as taking it slow? Does this count as taking it slow?
No, not at all. You need to rush here. But then the thing is, you need to clear a site first, and now for your CSB, they're kind of having a hard time doing so because they're already stepping at the point. So what the most important thing is, clear the site first and make sure everything is clear here in B, in control room, and that's when you go and step on the Bravo flag.
Alright, so they are using the balcony for the rotations. Nobody using the underground, the steam as much. So we'll see here. B still clear out. I mean, some progress from LG Altair, but Viper Eclipse not letting that happen so easy. Wheat clearing out where rotations might happen. Nice vantage point. That's where they planted the sentry earlier in game number 1. Spot check. Nice kill.
There you go. That's a very good statement from Admu here so far. And now they're finally going to be clearing out control room number 2. And that is the most important thing to do. But then they're still not stepping on Bravo. Okay, you got to clear it out. Now everyone else from CSB needs to go and step on it. You already flushed out Admu. And now we only have one person stepping on the Bravo flag. And now they basically had that chance but then lost it because Altair can already go in there.
Yeah, this is my question kanina. Is this taking it slow? Parang you clear out and then you have a decision tree from there, right? All occupy, or do you go for a cross-map play? It looks like that decision tree took too much for Viper Eclipse to make the play, and now Admu, LG Altair, they took 2 points now. They went for the rotational C and B.
Viper Eclipse took too long to really step on the flag. They did the clearing out, and then they just lost the opportunity to even capture the flag. They were just tiptoeing, they're dipping their toes into the water, and now they just lost it, and now they just ended up a little bit drowning. So, now for LG Altair, you have the prime spot to go and defend, and now you get to have another chance to go and clear out Bravo. Here you go!
Oh, they're doing what the game mode is called. They're dominating!
Oh no, a triple cap already ensuing here. A, B, and C. Admu cannot be stopped here, Leo.
It's difficult. Look at this, Banana. Just buying time, honestly. Banana's life is worth stopping Viper Eclipse from even stepping on. Viper Eclipse will get point A back. That's good. That's step 1 to recovery. But they're all spawning at the same time. Nobody's able to anchor down.
There's no map control right now from the side of Viper Eclipse. They are having a hard time in winning those gunfights, and what they need to do is get to the second floor into control room. And if you have that area, then you will definitely anchor down a spot going into the sides of Bravo. So right now they're being flushed out. They can't even touch control room at the moment.
Yeah, kita ko kanina eh. Shelby tried. Shelby really tried, but he made like John Shelby and went down quickly. And right now, we see Banana holding it down. Holding it down. Again, he's doing the same thing, giving his life out for attention. Para sige, patayin nyo. It'll take what? 3 or 4 seconds. Worth it. Time to kill on these SMGs. If you don't get the right angle, or if your spray is off, medyo mataas. So I think that's what LG Altair is playing on. Here's the switch up, 75 points in for LGA. 40 pa lang naman. It's not so bad.
It's not so bad. It's definitely doable, but then they are spawning off into the weaker side. Usually you'd like to have that Charlie flag. CNB is definitely going to be more favorable because of how short the distance is. And the fact that you have the second floor sides in B and C, that is going to be very impressive for the side of CSB if they do get to have it. And now Bravo still needs to be taken, but Admu looks like they have such a solid hold in Bravo.
Ooh, the streak here adding up. And slowly gonna get the B point here in full control once more of mid. Control room is what it's called. That makes sense for LG Altair. And they're back in the driver's seat here. Viper, Eclipse, they're trying to make a cross-map play. Nangyari ulit, Beef! Nangyari ulit! One person in, and then they just keep coming in. And now, domination once more.
The domination is just a little bit too hard for them because you can see here all 3 flags are capped, and now it's going to be very difficult to have a comeback here. 99, no, 150, 50 points in between them. Is it possible for CSB to even cross that 100-point mark, or can they even make a miracle happen and go in for the kill? And now it's really possible. You can see here the A flag and C flag already captured by Viper. It's all up to them if they can go and capture B flags because they need to go and take a triple cap for the longest time, but it seems like C is gonna be retaken.
Yep, the math is not on their side kung magtutuwan lang sila dito. And slowly but surely, LG, Altair, Admu, the Eagles, they take back 2 points. C and B, looking at the map rotations, sending one dude out for Recon is not smart for Viper Eclipse in my opinion. Dito ulit yung ginagawa ni Banana kanina. Si Banana okay lang siya mamatay because they're owning 2 or 3 points at any given time. But if you're Viper Eclipse, it's so hard.
They're winning individual gunfights, and that's why Banana can be on his own because he can get multi-kills before he does get taken care of by any member from Viper. So again, 124 and 65, that's going to be a very big margin in between. And again, another triple cap is going to be in the horizon right now, and there you go. It's the 3rd triple cap of the season, and it's going to be so hard to go and come back from this, but I still believe in you. 134 and 67. Come on, we've seen great comebacks, and I believe that Viper Eclipse can do so if they make the right decisions.
Oh, for sure. One of the greatest comebacks, steals from this beloved esport happened here on this map from Summit. But I'm not sure if it's going to be the same story here for Viper Eclipse. Triple cap taken back. Again, you can see how Viper Eclipse are winning these gunfights, but when it comes to rotation, it's not going to happen. 150 reached here. LGA, relatively anticlimactic. Was expecting for this blue versus green rivalry to go the distance, but still, LG Altair gets the sweep 3-0 in Game 3. Oh, man. I was ready to go all the way, Beef Mami. Sayang.
I know. F's in the chat right now. I mean, obviously, if you are rooting for this team, please just comment down below your support because they did such an amazing job here. And I know, yes, there's a little bit of a dominating run for the side of Altair, but it's still GG, well played. They did what they could. They gave it all they had into these 3 games that we have. And yes, we kind of expected it to reach maybe a game number 5, but you know what? It's okay. It's just if you are Admu, just hands down to you. You did so well in this round.
Yep, green versus blue happening later on tonight. Baka yun yung mag-game 5, diba? Yun. Baka, maybe. It's just what fate has in for us. But if you're gonna watch the highlights, every single game in this series, not just this one, again, tama may tutok yung Viper Eclipse. It's just, I guess, if only we could hear, right? Their comms, or maybe the decisions that they make and how long it takes them. Dun nagkakaiba, dun nagkakataluhan, and that's where LG Altair has it in spades.
Like I said, it was a little bit one-dimensional for the plays of Viper because they were doing a lot of these plays that they were doing at the same time as it was all being same mistakes being done. Not only that, mechanically I feel like yes, may tutok sila pero medyo hirap talaga sila going up against teammates just like Banana, who was just like blazering every single one, getting multi kills after multi kills, and that is the foundation of winning a game, is to get those kills. Not only that, but to play objective as well. So I think the objective definitely was there for the side of Viper Eclipse, but it was just a little bit too much when it comes of like the gun skills, and also yung I feel like it was really present in Search and Destroy. The
Yeah.
plays that Admu had, they were doing so well. They were always going to the backside. There was no contention whatsoever. I feel like I think it was yung si Lift at the very end of that Search and Destroy game, the last round. He was there, he was positioned, but it was too late because it gave them so many chances to keep doing the same plays without any kind of effect whatsoever.
Yeah, kudos to Lift and Krishna. Krishna, I saw was also maybe secondary or was the co-conspirator, sabihin natin. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Partner in crime ni Lift. Nung tinatry nilang gawin yung cross-map play dun sa Search and Destroy. If only that happened earlier. If as soon as they started attacking, tinatry nila agad yun, or after like one failed attempt at a plant, siguro okay siya. But as it is, GG well played. It's Altair, LG Altair from Admu moving on to the next round to face off Virtus Arcus. Real quick, we'd like to remind you guys that these teams are making their way towards a LAN finals that's going to happen at Conquest 2022.
Oh, yes, the Alliance Games Finals will be held live at Conquest 2022. I know you guys are really looking forward to that, and it's happening on July 23 to 24 at Conquest. You will get to have a chance to win a watch. Wait, technically it's also winning, because I feel like if you're going to be there, I feel like I'm going to be winning at live. So you get to watch all the All-G finalists battle it out on stage, meet your favorite gaming and esports personalities, Kaide. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough there, itchy throat from all that casting, but enjoy a lot of different programs and activities of all kinds of gamers. So stay tuned for more Conquest updates at the official Facebook page, facebook.com/ConquestPHL. So again, ang dami nating in store for the next few months here in AcadArena. It's been so exciting.
Yep, before we move on to the next series of tonight, I'd like to remind you guys that AcadArena recently launched its newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends who are in senior high school and college, they could go and apply for our scholarship grant. Simply visit AcadArena.com/scholarships and get the chance to be a hashtag AcadArena Scholar. Where was this when I was in school?
You know,
Sayang, where was this? Can I go back? Can I try to be an AcadArena Scholar? But before we find out the answer to that, I'm pretty sure it's a no. I'm a little... Actually, you know what? I think the answer is yes. I need to go visit that website. We are going to go on a quick break. Huwag kayong aalis. Next match is going to be... MGS Aris versus TSU Dream Poets. Magbabalik ang Alliance Games.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. it matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
in different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
for AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our teleclubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way.
What's up? We're back. You guys are watching the Alliance Games for Call of Duty Mobile, co-presented by Globe. This is dubbed by the community as the UAAP and NCAA of esports, where Alliance student clubs from across the Philippines are all G to compete in multiple esports titles and represent their campus. At your service, my name is Leo, joined here by Warden, and we'll be bringing you the action between the Poets and Aries from the following schools. They're representing TSU, Tarlac State University, and Mapua. Warden, how you doing, man?
I'm feeling quite good. I'm feeling quite good here, Lee. It's such an honor to be here. So, shout out to AcadArena for having me here, co-casting with one of the legendary casters in the COD scene overall, man. The Alliance Games here, major event consists of 3 stages, guys. The play-in, stage 2, the group stages, stage 3, the playoff stage. The play-ins will run for 3 weeks with teams playing double elimination pools format. The top 16 teams will advance to the group stage. The top 8 will advance to the playoffs, and the finalists will have the opportunity to compete live at Conquest. And this is a LAN event, guys. This is a big deal. It's been such a long time. Actually, was supposed to have a LAN tournament back in the days here on Call of Duty, but guess what? Didn't happen. A little bit of a misconception there. A catastrophe happened, but finally we have this is the opportunity right now for these teams to compete at a LAN event.
Yep, you're talking about the global pandemic. So slowly, the world is healing. The world is healing, and these teams are banning and picking maps ito yung latag ng ating game 1 to 5 if it does go the distance. We're going to Hardpoint Map 1 Firing Range at home. One of the first few maps here that was released for our beloved esport. This was a map by TSU, Tarlac State University. From there, we're going to Summit as chosen by Mapua. Let's talk about these first two maps muna. Warden, talk to me about Firing Range Hardpoint.
I mean, it's one of the most staple map there is in the COD scene. You know, every team wants to play firing range, especially in hardpoint. It's one way to kick things off quite nicely. And trust me here, man, this map overall, everyone knows how to play this, especially in hardpoint. It's just gonna come down to the mastery of the map.
Yep, and of course, if we're talking about mastery, talk about Summit. All aspiring pro players or people who want to consider themselves good Call of Duty Mobile have to master Summit. Again, there's history made on this map. It's one of the first few maps as well released for the game. So dapat marunong ka dyan, dapat magaling ka dyan. Alright? So we're setting up. Again, this is a best of 5. First of 3 points. We'll be moving on to the next round. And speaking of rounds, if you want to check where your teams are currently at across the different game titles that we have here, better check the Alliance leaderboards, right? The top 5 on the Alliance leaderboards, aka the All-5, will receive an AcadArena scholarships and aid, or the ASA, listing exclusive to their campus students worth 30,000 pesos. Take a look at these faces. The Dream Poets from TSU and MGS Aries from Mapua University in Tramuros, the walled city. Warden, none of this would be possible without our sponsor. We would like to thank the Alliance Games sponsors. We have Globe, our co-presenter, our official telco sponsor, and this is all powered by Logitech G, our official gaming gear partner. Now, tell me all about the current metagame. We saw in Series 1, it's all CBRs, all Mach 10s.
I mean, you know, I do believe it's gonna be the same case here. And adding more information here, the bans will be. I do believe it's gonna be Purifier and Annihilator having an open take here for the Sparrow. So really, I'm really eyeing for that one here. But in terms of weapon of choice, I do believe we will still stick to the same type. But look at this, a Holger 26 will be found here for this side of Gasti here. So that's gonna be an interesting take because you know the meta is quite fast. A Holger 26, the ADS is a bit too slow for my liking. But if he can pull it out, why not?
Nako, as I asked, biglang may off meta. Here we go, Hardpoint. We have here in mid, this is P1. Mainit ang simula ng Aries. They're gonna start off here. Again, CBR, some things just don't go. And the M13. The M13, you mentioned that there is a very specific gun ban. The M13 might see play.
Precisely, and you know, to kick things off here now, I do believe the gunfights will place here on the mid lane so far, and looking like MGSA will be putting more work inside the hill, and I love the take here as well for them. Look at this middle control, player 4 and player 2 doing a remarkable job holding down the trailers. Player 5 will take down the auto repair shop, and that's gonna be enough for them to get a hold inside the hill.
Oh, here we go. In trailer, they're using this as the rotational piece. Ito yung ginagamit nila para umikot so that they can cover for those scoring, and Aries knows exactly what to do. There's a double on Tyrant, serious.
Ooh, look at this, Sirius here's on a 10 combo. Get it? Guy, he's on fire right now, bound to get some more, make it an 11. This guy is insane, bound to get some more. The positioning is just so remarkable. Get this guy a highlight reel, man. And look at this, Hardpoint has already opened up now onto P2, and look at the score, it's just a one-sided love affair here, Leo.
Grabe, si Tyrant serious. Masyado niyan tinatake serious ang larong ito. Actually, you know what? There's no such thing. If this is your passion, this is your game, this is your series to take. And he's sitting on all those streaks, man. And you can also see how Aries just made the rotation straight for P2, not allowing TSU to even think about scoring. They're stuck at 6, man.
Stuck at 6, and really, you know, we're talking about the history of MUI MGS Aries, and they have shown significant showing in the past, playing top 8 last season 3 of NCO and placing second in the February Aces. They are indeed a strong team and really showing their dominance. And you know, TSU here, aka the Poet, they are coming inside this matchup blinded, and really they are not showing any sense of life whatsoever. It's time for them to show up here onto P3.
Yep, they do have the trailer in control just to help, right? Like it's a few seconds away from actually spawning as a point, but it's progress, right? They are going to move on from the 6 point that they have. A minute to try and make a difference, close that gap. That's Aries at 50 points away, and just as I say, they're all in, man. Trophy, Sentry, Aminton, Taylor, P3 is ours, and they're about, what, 35 away from taking game 1.
If I was on the side of TSU, I would just wave my hands goodbye now, man. That momentum right there from P1 to P2 all the way here to P3, that was enough translation to the point where MUI has managed to build up those scores. And a nuke! And a nuke! Then MUI pulls down a nuke. No one has ever expected this in this event. 130 to 9, ended off with a nuke. They have what it takes. Leo, what can you say?
Nothing. There's nothing to say, dude.
Oh my days. Oh my days.
Hindi ako nag-prepare makita ng nuke, honestly. So, you mentioned that Aries here is no stranger to the esports collegiate scene, specifically as set up by AcadArena. So, amazing. Aries takes game 1 here in such dominant fashion. As you can see, they're all flexing their bebes. For one player. Wawa naman yun. Wawa naman siya. Siya wala siyang bebe. Maybe after this series, given that dominant performance, let's take a look back at the highlights. At least what is made up of the highlights. It was a very fast game.
A fast game, and it was a lot of factors we can talk about here, but unfortunately the spotlight won't be here for the Dream Poets here, man. It was just a one-sided love affair. Unfortunate for them, but really, what a way to end things off with a nuke. Something that I said earlier inside the, this is something that we don't expect to see. This is just pure dominance here being shown. This is the most disrespectful way you can end off a game, I swear.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's no love lost between Aries and Poets here. Again, I think this is the best way to show respect to your opponents, right? You play your best, and when the nuke comes out, you click it. You don't hesitate, because you earned it, right? Man, a highlight player for me definitely is si Sirius.
Serious,
Ginawa niyang prisoner of Azkaban bang yung mga kalaban, and there was no chance of escape there. Definitely, again, as a sign of respect, you play your best. You don't. There was no opening, honestly. Even that one moment for Dream Poets when they took control of P3, there was some hope, diba? Parang there were two dudes there. They hunkered down. But if you're sitting on so many streaks, and you have a player like Sirius on the other side, man, a retake that quick, that's just what you can expect.
Yeah, overall, the Dream Poets really tried to write something out in PG as well. Try to go for the retake, but unfortunately, the testers they were just quite heated up, man. As we saw there, even neglecting the nuke, man. We had 2 sentry guns written down there for the side of Aries. So really, it was a hard call there. If ever to do so here, we're also speaking about Peachy, and this is where Specialist kicks in. And if ever the Poets did get a break inside a hill, I do believe it won't last for so long. Just judging from the momentum and also the factor that they're on Peachy.
Yep. Money hill na sana eh. That was for them to get out of the red, right? They needed to get into some momentum, some flow. Pero Aries, as the gods of war that they are, they were just gonna keep bearing down. Let's see, Poets. They're not too shaken up. As you can see, okay pa naman sila. The look on their face is like, all right, good game 1. Bawi tayo. We're gonna go into game 2 here. And game 2 is going to be on Summit. And this is Search and Destroy. A map chosen by, by Aries. Mapa nila to. Warden, this is their choice.
I mean, if this is their choice, I know for a fact that their statistics is looking quite nicely. And speaking about statistics here, want to find the latest updates on your favorite All-G teams, schedules, articles, stats, you name it, and you'll find it all on our official website at acadarena.com/Alliance Games. There we go, man. The round kicks off once again. It's gonna be Aries here leading and dictating the pace of the game, getting that bomb planted on towards Alpha, winning majority of those gunfights, pushing it now to a 4v1. A lot of factors for this person Oranges has to deal with here. 4 players from the side of Aries, and the time itself from the bomb.
Oh, 79th gets popped that quickly. And it's not even just the wipe, bro. It's also the plant. Ang bilis gumalaw ng Ares. Yes, Sirius got traded on earlier, but it looks like, again, you mentioned how specialists come into play here. Ares seems to have their own specialists for respawn and non-respawn game modes. Here, it looks like Sirius is more of a forward player. Parang willing siyang mag-trade, willing siyang magbigay, just so that the plant can happen earlier. Sai here, making a move for B, and they're switching it up quick. B this time. Oh, DJ.
DJ will be able to accompany his team for the opening break. Here it is in a 2v4, 2v5 situation, making more damage inflicted. Cheers, they got the map control on towards Bravo. Tyrant Sears will take down another one, force it down to a 1v4 once again. We've seen it all before, and just like that, the prize fighter will end off the deal. Gasti will secure the final frag. Another round extension here for Aris, and looking like the heat from Hardpoint will still be translated onto Search and Destroy.
Nabulaga doon si Kiwi. I watched those last few moments. Kiwi did not expect to be the last player left. And then in-expect niya yata na may magko-call pa with her or with them. But as it is, it seems like Ares, they really found their flow. They found their momentum. Still, they're also capable of taking it slow. Ooh, first blood drawn. Taken down 79th as well. Another goes. Bites the dust. 3-for-1 trade into the wipe out. One goes from Ares, but just the same, for a quick victory like that, they're sitting on a quick match point.
Yeah, a really quick match point. If someone asked me how do you play offensive on Summit, I would really show the illustration of Ares right now, man. Look at this. Look at this now. They're just composing themselves, having a good time. And I want to talk more about Ares here. Look at Sai here with 6 kills already onto his name. And it's only the 3rd round. Getting 2 kills every round, perhaps. And really putting up a big impact here for Ares and how they're leading the game.
Oh man, you got eyes on Sai, you got eyes on these gunfights, but I got eyes on Conan, man. Conan is a barbarian. Kita mo naman ako para siya umikot dun, no? Medyo barbaric yung style niya. Because look, he's not even planting on A. Didn't even go for it. Now it's an even matchup, 3v3. Oh, it's a 6-man tag team player. How you like that? Hala hala. 1v2. Kaya ba kulumatch dito ni DJ?
Ooh, a 1v2 situation it is. Bomb dropped onto War, the cable card's parameter, and needs to isolate either a 1v2 or try to gather the bomb, but looking like the odds will not be so favorable in terms of getting that bomb. Needs to isolate those players now. You know, player 1, player 4 from the side of TST Dream Poets knows for a fact that the bomb is dropped, so really just holding down the angles, waiting for DJ to make a play.
Wow, DJ. This is interesting. Goes for the full-on wraparound. Gonna try to pick up the bomb here. Dropped at the cusp of the donut. Gonna get it. Alright, spots one. Quick team fight. Gonna happen. Not a 2v1. He takes them one at a time, like a kung fu movie. Kung saan yung mga kontrabida one at a time pumapasok. And he's gonna win, I think, eventually. Oh! Finds the wraparound. Hunting. Eating his prey. Oh no! Oh! Okay, medyo masyadong matapang si DJ doon. DJ played with his food, man.
Yeah, played with his food, and you know, it was a risky play there. I mean, the trigger point, but unfortunately for him, he got caught off guard there once he turned the corner, and that's gonna be a quick translation on how the Dream Poets will get their first round on the board. Do you hope that perhaps this could be the first change of tide of the game? Could Dream Poets gather that round right there to be able to segue themselves to more rounds, or will Ares respond back even stronger?
My hopes don't matter, dude. It's all in Dream Poets' hands. Sila lang ang makapagsabi, oh, down goes Abby. Oh, and they follow through like dominoes, sunod-sunod. Grabe naman si Conan. Traded out, but it turns into a 1v4 affair. Very difficult. It's just Kiwi left. Kiwi spots one, gets one from behind. The backstabber. Switching it up. Circling around Donut. Where's the bomb? Where's the bomb? Na kay Sai. Oh, Tyrant serious though. 2v1.
2v1, Kiwi, what can you do? Up against Sirius, the MVP of the previous game, and Sai whips it out, Mac 10 on hand, and the odds is not looking so favorable here now. Gets some contact from the back ends, knives out, Sai will take Kiwi out, and the extension will just be given for the side of Ares. Here, switch of sides now. This time around, Ares will be playing defensive, but will they play defensive? I don't think so. They're quite hot in here, man.
Yeah, even as defenders, you can expect for them to look for blood. Alright, they're not even gonna look for the bomb anymore. They just want to take names and bodies. And so far, looking at the rotations, ito, kita natin, medyo may hesitation ang TSU. TSU, they're the ones who are like watching themselves and checking, okay, how can we go? How can we go? But it's this hesitation that might lead to their loss. Man advantage to Aries.
Who's playing defensive? Who's playing offensive or defensive? I don't. But for sure, Aris here is just dating the game. How do you want to get played out? But Kiwi here retaliates with her own two-piece, takes two players out, force it down to a 1v1. This is her time to shine. Will she be able to redeem herself? That's one of the most common bugs out there. But, you know, it kind of distracted Kiwi there. But got herself now, picks up the bomb.
Call of Duty Ghosts.
But moving along here, man, a 1v1 situation. DJ, on the other hand, is on the mid lane, waiting for Kiwi to get that bomb planted, and that could be the final call where Kiwi should be, and looking like the alpha will be the answer for Kiwi.
Oh, that's the historic ninja diffuse spot from years back.
Shut up!
Point A, gets it. Okay. So again, we see DJ in the same situation as we did a couple of rounds back. It's a 1v1. Kaya niya ba? Eventually. Alright, doesn't fall to the same folly as he did just moments ago. Gonna get that diffuse. And as it is.
Match point. It's gonna be the match point advantage here for Aris, man.
Yep.
One more round.
Game point and match point.
And Leo, we've been seeing a lot of dominant games so far, and this is looking to be the same story here and match number 1 earlier. Still, it's gonna be like LG here. I'll come along with Aris as well. Could this be a 3-0? Could that donut be served? Or the Dream Poets could pull off a breadstick? I don't know. But one thing for sure, Aris, they have what it takes now to close on the deal.
You're making me hungry, Warden. You're making me hungry. But if anything, it seems like it's Aris who's hungry. They have such a legacy here in collegiate esports, as they have played in several events set up by AcadArena, and they don't want to let their fans down. They don't want to let the Mapuans down. Everyone in the walled city rooting for them, shouting, Aris, Aris. But they keep finding themselves in these situations. Look, it's a 2v2, and they honestly could have taken the round so much faster. Pero, the bomb is on 79th. Parang kaya eh. At least for the plant. At least for the plant.
Ooh,
I spoke too soon.
went for kamikaze. Takes
1v1.
himself out. A 1v1 situation once again. We've seen Kiwi pull through a 1v1. I mean, it was in a 1v1 situation early on, but they didn't really manage to pull through up against DJ. It's her time to redeem herself now. This is this could be the final gunfight of her life if ever to do so. Will she be able to close it out? Picks up the bomb. Conan, on the other hand, is going to go for a very aggressive take here with a sniper. Will he be able to cut it out? Goes for a first shot in, and the CBR4 will prevail.
Oh, there you go. So, we mentioned how Kiwi keeps getting into those 1v1s, those last player standing situations, and I think, Warden, hear me out. Baka nagpapainit lang. Baka nga may bawi.
Warmed up. Kiwi is warmed up now. And he has 10 kills onto her name, losing the game for her team. But keep in mind though, once again, Aris here is in a match point. I don't think it just has to be Kiwi that has to step up. It has to be the whole team itself. And as we go, Orange will be out of the play. Gasty will kick things off with a frag, get traded off. 79 will take him out. And that's gonna be a 4v4 situation now. 30 seconds inside the game.
Yep. Abby and Hall very low. They do recover. Looking for an angle. Kiwi spots one from the back. Man advantage, very rarely, but they do find it. Going over to the Poets, huge! 2v4! Oh no, 2v3, traded out. Sirius gets one.
Sirius gets one. Is it going to be able to lead with another? I don't think so. A 2v3 situation once again. This is the time for the Dream Poets here to clutch it out. Comfort applies true. Sprays out with a Mac 10. Takes Bruno out of the play. Make it a 2v2. Sirius is just hungry for some more. Make it a 2 piece. Kiwi will be out of the play, and it's all up to 79 to close it out. Will he be able to shine? But Sirius once again finishing off quite hot here from hardpoint to search and destroy. This man knows how to close deals out.
Oh, Aris gets another go at sharing their beloved. Okay, lahat sila meron na. There you go. Lahat sila may sinishare. All right, so Mapuans rejoice. Your team is at match point. They're about to take the W against Dream Poets from Tarlac State University. I honestly did not expect for this series to go by so fast. We're already sitting at a 2-0 possibly might serve up a donut to our friends from Tarlac. Let's look at the highlights here. Why does it always have to come down to a 1v1? Bakit ganon? Why does Aries allow for that? It looks like they don't have to. It looks like they could have just... They can find better rotations, right?
I mean, precisely. They could really put themselves in a very nice position. But, come again. Aris do love to go for a very offensive take most of the time, sir, even on defense. So, really, in some way, the Dream Poets did show a little bit more of gunfights, and they actually won it out. And they were really on par, but unfortunately, at the final adjustment, it was really Aris winning it all out. And, if you want to talk about Aris, they're really living up to their name. Courage and War, the god of courage and war. So, they love to draw blood, and they really cleaned it out.
That's an interesting contradiction. If there's something we can pick up, guys, yung Mapua, MGS Aris, it seems like they're aggressive but on a rotational scale. Hindi sila masyadong ma-micro. When it comes to just tutok, it looks like Dream Poets, that's where they can go toe-to-toe. It looks like if you go into team fights, if you go into gunfights like this against players like Kiwi, baka dyan may bawi ang Dream Poets, but again, this is search and destroy. It's not so simple. It's not so easy. So, with that being said, that difference in skill and approach, it looks like it's paying off for Aries just a little bit more. That's why they're sitting at a 2-0 lead. Dream Poets, man, how'd you put it? Like a breadstick? Paano sila maka-breadstick dito, man?
I mean, I'm not so certain they all have to step up here, but coming again, they went inside the series being the dark horses, and no one really knows them that much, and especially they don't really have any statistics that have been shown. This is their debut, by the way, for the whole thing here. So, unfortunately for them, they were faced up against a juggernaut here, the Ares from the side of Mapua. So, they really have to step up here big time, and if ever to do so, they have to come up flawless from then on forward. Keep in mind, 2 consecutive games in a row has been won by Mapua Ares. So a reverse sweep must have to happen here if ever the Dream Poet wants to pull off a comeback.
Yep, the Poets have to put of their words, their rhyming schemes, their onomatopoeias, their similes, their metaphors into this game right here. It's domination and standoff. What a classic way to possibly turn things around or come into an end for Aries. Look at this. Coming into ANC. Wait lang. Ito na naman eh. I can see it. Aries are taking it slow, but this might actually be to their advantage as they go into B. Almost a minute into game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, we might be able to see the consistency here from the side of Aris if ever they do intercept patients on towards the mid lane, but looking like Alpha and Charlie will get flipped out. It's gonna be now the Dream Poets here sticking towards Charlie and Aris here on towards Alpha. And honestly, if I was to question which side you want to take into, you want to stay in Alpha, and really, Aris doing a remarkable job holding it down in.
Yep, mid-street still unoccupied, but they did leave a little bit of progress there. You see here, Kiwi chilling around hotel. Oh, but pays the price. Pagkalapag niya ng trophy, nabaril siya doon as she turns around. DJ, switch in, right on top of Tank here. Spots out the opposition. Oh, sayang yung Holger. I mean, you do have that range advantage given that you are holding a bigger gun, but again, it's that ADS, that slow ADS that might get you.
Yeah, it's really not on par in terms of the meta here. Up against the CBR4, I do believe in some certain instances where CBR4 is just much more favorable, especially engaging onto those close quarter combats now. And speaking about weapons here, as you all can notice, Skill 141 is not seen in action because it is bad, guys. So it's just adding a little bit more spice into the weapon pool here. And really, I love the creativeness of these teams that they've been putting up.
Yep. And eventually, makakuha nga naman ng Aries ang middle street. Point Bravo going over to them, and then Gassi just gonna clean up house here, trade it out. But again, what are trades, right? What are trades if you're in control? The time that you're buying from your opponents, from them rotating into the point, getting the objectives, it's priceless, right? And again, just as we did see game 1, Tyrant Sirius, look at him, look at what he's holding on to.
13 free, only 7 more kills, and could be another nuke to be bound to happen here for the side of Tyrant Series. Could he manage to pull it out once again? Sudden death has to commence, as the game would say. Now that's a 14 free down in, 6 more kills to go, and this could be another nuke here, Leo.
Oh no, we're just waiting. Tyrant Series just needs to hold on. He needs to count. Oh, here we go. Watch out, just a few more, and still deathless, immortal.
Spots him out. And some people would, if they go for a nuke, if they're trying to go for a nuke, they play quite passively, but this guy is roaming around, waiting it all out, playing really diverse and quite finicky for the side of the Dream Poet. I know for a fact that Dream Poet in some way that they're well aware of the intentions of Tyrant Sirius and they're trailing him down, but the way that he's positioning himself, talking about Tyrant Sirius, it's just so hard to catch him if ever to do so.
Yep, and we're not gonna see it in the first half. But as he was going around the back alley, alam mo seryoso siyang mag-nuke. Alam mo gusto niyang kumanap ng kills. Because usually, again, you play passive. You don't go around back alley. Malay mo bang may nakapick dun sa'yo. Instead, he does go for the offensive. He doesn't care. He knows that they're in control. But this is a small difference. 30 points in between going into the second half. Again, Aries respects DP here. Dream Poets, they're still putting on quite a show. But, oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. Kala ko eh. Inunahan ko, kala ko mag-ano na. Kala ko gagawin niya ng inuk eh.
Well, it's just a small missile here, bound to be a bigger missile. If I do believe Someway Tyrant Sirius needs to get at least 5 more kills to end it all out there with a nuke. But come again, as you said, the score's not really that convincing, not just yet, not unless you do get this double capture on towards Bravo. Asai is trying to influence it all out alongside with 2 of their teammates as well. Will be able to get it captured, but the diversity play here from the side of Dream Poet trying to contest Alpha will actually set back the attention of Ares, but it's looking like it's not going to matter at all.
Yep, Sirius though, yet to fall.
Yo, this guy's smart. Used the cluster strike to spot out the enemy here. Gets himself in contact. Only 2 to go, and this could be another. It is. You know, if I was inside of Dream Poet, I would try to avoid the engagement here onto Tears because really, despite the fact that he's playing passively now, he just wins every gunfight. Look at this. Trails him all down. Checks where are the players. Remaining 2 kills it is. Just waiting, man. Look at this. Can he manage to pull through and to do another nuke on domination? I do believe he can.
Yep. Oh, look at this. He has information. He has execution. And he fails. Oh, no. Tyrant Sirius. Inipon. Pero hindi niya nagastos. They do get point B though. Middle Street now belongs to them still. It always takes them a while. Kaya rin siguro hindi ganun kalaki yung gap is because it takes them a while to get the 2-point the 2-point lead on them. And yeah, they're not threatened just yet. 40 points, 50 points, huge. But man, they seem to be playing a different game from Dream Poets.
Yeah, a really different game here, really on a different level as of right now. The pacing of the Ares here is just so much clean and more eloquent, actually. Quite ironic from the side of Dream Poet here. It's just more eloquent here. The storyline between Ares has been just so dominant overall. Look at this, 125 to 74, a triple capture now will be given from the side of Ares, and I do believe it's not even needed at all, but a cluster strike will rain upon Charlie. Unfortunately, it won't really cut the case, not in action for an early take here, but man, I do really get this game here, man. 16 more points to claim. Ares will win it out 3-0.
Yep. Just like Thanos, Ares is inevitable. I mean, yeah, there is a point over to DP, but it's just a matter of time. It's very difficult to be Dream Poets right now. And again, another triple cap even after the positional retake. So, is this a preview of what we might see as we get closer to the playoffs? Kasi itong Ares, they're undeniable. Look at the skill, look at the talent that they have.
Yeah, really good talents here we've seen so far. This is only the second matchup here into the play-ins here, Leo, and they're playing like it's the final day, it's the final match of their life. Just look at this once again. The composure of Ares here, showing their smiles. Really well deserved here for these teams.
Yep. And I think there is one thing that Ares has that maybe the other teams here in the Alliance Games don't, and that's the Bebe buff. All of them seem to have that one special person that inspires them to do great, except one. Okay, so there's sana all. There's one that doesn't have the Bebe buff, but still, if you perform this way without Bebe buff, man, yung mga meron, matakot na kayo, right? So again, congratulations to Mapua's very own MGS Ares. Let's take a look back at the highlights here. Again, it's not exactly a bodied game. It's not a clear donut, as we would say. Kasi may points naman ang DP. But the way Ares played, man.
The way they played, it was really eloquent, as I would love to call it out. You know, 3-0 coming out here in the play-ins quite in a clean slate, and that is how you win it out. You know, pure dominance here, domination in domination, as you would call it, Leo. And you know, I do believe that dominating factor here from the side of Ares didn't just happen on domination. It was coming in from hard point, search and destroy, and obviously onto the last game.
Yep. We are gonna be moving on to the next round here in the play-ins. I stand corrected. Viridis Arcos is waiting on a matchup between Olfu and Pantera Esports Org. So that is a match that's gonna be happening later on tonight. It'll be served up to you guys by Warden and Beef Mommy. But for us here, we called it, and Aris stood tall. They are the ones who are victorious here, 3-0. Congratulations, Repoets. We'll see you guys when we see you. Pagaling pa. But I hope this is a great start for Tarlac State University to have a good standard of what the collegiate esports teams are operating at. Yeah, that makes Aries one step closer to maybe showing up at Conquest 2022.
Yeah, precisely. And Aris here is one step closer now for the Alliance Games finals will end in the finals. Keep in mind, guys, for this whole event, the finals will be held live at Conquest 2022, happening on July 23 to 24. At Conquest, you will get a chance to watch all G finals battle it out on stage, meet your favorite gaming esports personalities, cough, called Kaide, and enjoy a lot of different programs and activities for all kinds of gamers. Stay tuned for more Conquest update at the official page, www.facebook/ConquestPHL.
I swear the G people have to stop coughing. It's Kaide. Everybody knows she's coming, right? But before we go on, I'd like to remind everyone that AcadArena recently launched its newest cycle of scholarships, and it's open to all student gamers. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends that are in senior high or college, they could apply for scholarship grants. Go ahead and visit www.acadarena.com/scholarships and get the chance to be a #AcadArena Scholar. Warden, ikaw, pwede ka pa. You wanna go in and check out that website?
Baka pwede, no? Shoutcaster, no? Baka pwede talaga siguro.
We'll see.
Pwede,
We'll
pwede.
see. We'll see. But for now, again, congratulations to MGS Aris. We'll be moving on to another matchup. We'll see who Viridis Arcos will be facing off. And once again, when we come back, it's going to be Warden and Beef Mommy. At your service, my name is Leo. Hope you guys have a great evening. We'll be back with more Alliance Games.
Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, And there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our teleclubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us.
And welcome everyone, and welcome to the Alliance Games featuring Call of Duty Mobile, presented by Globe. Dubbed by the community as the UAAP NCAA of esports, Alliance students clubs from across the Philippines are hashtag all G to compete in multiple esports titles and represent their campus. It's your girl Beef Mommy, and here with me is my actual son, Warden. It's been such an amazing ride for you. It's really good to see you here. We're finally casting together, and we will be your shoutcasters for the matches today. This is our last game, and it's been 3-0. Warden, sa tingin mo ba 3-0 ulit to?
I mean, there's a big possibility. We're talking about Virtus Arcus, aka the champions, the latest champions for NCO, up against Alpha Esports, aka Our Lady of Fatima University here, and they're coming inside a matchup here as the Dark Horses. It's their debut for this event.
Now, taking a look at our map picks and bans, you can see a wider range of firing range here, quite literally 3 firing range maps. That is just absolutely insane, and especially knowing very well that Summit has been played as well a while ago, and now it just seems like Slums and Hacienda, they don't really want to play this. These are the new maps that were introduced here, and it's the first time we're going to be seeing it, but obviously everyone wants to ban it. They still need to kind of dip their feet into the water, so that's why they're just becoming a little bit safer with the options.
Yeah, less safer with options, dodging the bullet. It is Slumps and Ashenda will not be into action here for this series here. And we talked about earlier, quite surprising that we're seeing here 3 firing range maps. I do believe it's gonna be game number 1, 3, and 5. So it's gonna be an interesting takeaway here. But speaking about games here, game number 1 bound to open up here. It's gonna be the first match for this series. Firing range hardpoint opened up.
Classic map of firing range that we always just love to see, and now you can see that DLSU already going in there very early on, but it's a good thing that Olfu is going to be poised in position and trying to get those power positions that we really like to talk about. Trailer obviously being contested right now, but it's a good thing. We got number 5, Joyce, getting all the shots, but unfortunately for him, it really just gets traded out.
We're talking about the take here on horsepower positions, and looking like Olfu is actually showcasing him quite nicely here. Look at this, Gian on top of the tower, and that's going to be a menace for the side of, I do believe, for the side of also here. And I love the takeaway now for the side of Olfu. They managed to gather up their positionings and actually getting some points back to their side, and actually it's going to be a double score extension now here for the side of Olfu.
MJ getting a lot of these shots left. TBR4 really just doing a lot of his job going into those close range engagements, and I finally gets one more, but no, unfortunately doesn't get the full kill. And now Gian with a really good power position up in tower. That's going to be a really good spot here kasi nga alam natin yung spot na yun. A lot of the time, people are going to be up there, but still, if you do get a hold of it, which you can see here that they have, it's going to be very important. Now you have 23 and 19, and now the rotation going into American is going to be very important here. DLSU had it locked down.
I mean, it's quite shocking for me actually that Olfu is leading the game right now, but looking at the limitations now here on the DLSU slowly gathering up the composure that they need to hold on to the hard point. But keep in mind, I still gotta give remarks here for instead of Olfu showing some good sense of life, actually winning a lot of crucial gunfights. But keep in mind now here, Beef Mommy, the hard point will now actually be owned by Olfu once again. It's a very big trade-off here for both, and Spectrum Purifier will be out of the play. Now MJ, and a very impulsive decision it is, won't be able to capitalize with any sense of points whatsoever, and still showing some great sense of life.
Yeah, Hofu really just shows some promise here. Really just showing the Kings who's boss. It's kind of like this Goliath and David situation, right? David and Goliath always has been the situation here up against Virtus Arcus because they've been the Giants for so long. And now the Davids in the competition is going to be Olfu. They have the massive choice, the massive take to try and overtake BA. So obviously Virtus Arcus, it won't make it a very easy job, but for them, they're having a really hard time. You can see here 30 and 57, and yes, the points are still in the favor of DLSU, but for Olfu, 30 points, 20 points in between them, that's not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. And look at this. They do manage to get a first sense of contestment inside on P3. And we did see early investment instead of DLS. Believe that DLSU is coming inside this point empty-handed. Here, Alfu winning every crucial gunfight that they need to win it out. And finally, Young J here opens it up here with the Purifier and Vegeta as well. Whips out a Purifier as well. Double investment coming in from the play of DLSU and not so empty-handed. Now DLSU is on the driver's seat.
Yeah, the driver's seat indeed. And now you can see here, trailer control is of utmost importance. And you can see here that DLSU already has it down to the T. And akala natin kanina, diba, yung fight dun sa American was already going to be a big deal. And obviously the points weren't that too far apart. And now the gap is just getting wider and wider. And now the rotation going into Woodhouse is going to be very essential. It's a good thing Olfu has it locked down already. But the problem here is no contest whatsoever. I think medyo delikado to for Olfu kasi them not contesting trailer is going to be difficult because yeah, the points are getting wider already.
And in some way, DLSU wasn't making it at all for Alfu to get a contestment inside the hill. Beef Mami, you know, once they got a spawns, once they got a power position, so hold on P3, they never gave any leeway whatsoever for a set of Alfu. But here we go. This could be a big turnaround here for a set of Alfu. If ever they do take out the player here, Young J from the back end, securing the spawns for his team, that's going to be a menace here. Will be putting up a hard time for the side of Alfu. Will he be able to cut it out? No, they won't. Still, DLSU going and showing some good sense of life here. And look at the spawns still. We are seeing a lot of life here from the side of Olfu, but they have to take down the player Young J out from DLSU on towards the red spawn. And maybe till then they could get an easier job inside the hill.
Yeah, most definitely. And you can see that they contest it really well. Kahit nga yung, the rotation from Olfu is going to be really good at the very beginning, but I feel like it just doesn't have that much of a chance for them because if you rotate early and don't contest, like what we're seeing right now, every point matters at this point because you can see 62 and 116, the gap is just absolutely huge. And for them to give a little bit of time uncontested into wood, that is detrimental for their points. And now 124 and 62, it's going to be so hard for them to gather everything out. And now going into P1, the reset finally comes full through. And Steelhouse, you need to have that control tower as well.
I mean, DLSU coming inside of second rotation now onto P1 here with only 24 points to claim and looking to be the journey bound to end here if ever Alpha won't step up. You know, it was only the hustle there from P1 to P2 where they were showing some sense of life. But once we move over to P3, once DLSU gathered the cards that they needed to relay, they managed to do so. And look at this, 10 more points to claim. DLSU, they might end it all here. Only 8 more points, 7 more points, make it 5 more points, and it's gonna be DLSU all day.
Yeah, DLSU all day, baby. And you can see how dominating they can be with a score of 150 and 63. And now Our Lady of Fatima University needs to go and pull up because what we saw there in that hard point and firing range, it just means that they need to polish a little bit more in terms of their gameplay because, yes, you have the rotations. It's good. No doubt. But when it comes to really keeping it, defending the point, I think that's where they kind of lack just a little bit, and especially the gunfights. You can see that the experience coming in from Virtus Arcus definitely was a little bit more here, and you can see from the hard point that, yes, they may have lost that first hard point, but then everything just picked up after they got trailer.
Yeah, I mean, everything was flawless here from the side of the DLSU. Fight that P1 and P2 take. From then on forward, they managed to change the tides and really they defined the story quite nicely for their side. They're winning it out once again. And you know, Virtus Arcus has been dominant, winning aces whenever they competed, and they are perennial favorites going into A games.
Oh yeah, definitely the favorites because they are good for a reason. They are the favorites for a reason because of how well they play and have been dominating here. So we're just trying to look if you can see that if Olfu can get just a little bit much for the side of Virtus Arcus if they can. Because from what we saw a while ago in that hardpoint game, they're just having a hard time with the gunfights, the individual gunfights, and you can see just the confidence blazing through coming in from the side of DLSU. But now, this is where things can start picking up going into Search and Destroy, where you already know, guys, if you are new in the game, Search and Destroy is a little bit of a slower paced match. Well, at least we think it is, because sometimes if you come a little bit aggressive, that's when you kind of falter just a little bit. So like what we saw a while ago, right, Warden? If you played a little bit too aggressively, if you played like a respawn, you will definitely pay the price at the very end because you can see that you need to get that information first.
Yeah, really need to get that information, and it's all gonna be reliant in terms of like getting the first initial picks, and really possible usage of the scopes here will be crucial for the side, especially it's gonna be on Summit Search and Destroy. So it's gonna be a map chosen by Olfu, so I'm really expecting more cards to be dealt with here for the side of the LSU, considering the fact, come again, you don't really choose a map that you don't have anything to rely on, so really eyeing for Olfu for this one.
Summit Search and Destroy, that's going to be a tricky one because we already know that the Virtus boys, they know how to play aggressively. So you have little corners that people can hide from. They can definitely go and be mechanically skilled like what we saw in Hardpoint. And now for Olfu, we kind of saw that lacking. They had really good rotation. They know how to push down on the OBJ, but it really is the slaying that needs to be improved here. And now for Search and Destroy, hopefully the fact that they can slow things down, maybe they can finally go and take a point off of Virtus Arcus. Or is it going to be the same story going up to the past games that we have and what basically we saw today? Because it's been 3-0s, guys. If you're not here a while ago, just replay it a while. Like, honestly, just wait for this to end. And then you go later, watch the stream again because me and Warden are definitely going to be watching it again because of like 3-0s all across the board. But of all the games, I feel like this game might be a possibility for it to maybe even reach 4 or 5. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, precisely. But in order for that to happen, all needs to step up big time here and double down their efforts. Coming on to Search and Destroy, honestly, the personality of these two teams are a big contrast from one another. We got the LSU being quite dominant in terms of gunfights, but one way can also retaliate is by the intentions. They have such good intentions. They just have to wait it out, play patiently, and at least win 3-5 gunfight, just win it all overall. So really, I think taking the pacing of DLSU up against them could be the good answer. By that, I mean, if ever DLSU plays defensive and they go for a very offensive take, just wait it out, punish them, and maybe till then you could get more rounds for your side.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's definitely going to be very important for them to really just strategize whatever you can have here because it's do or die for a lot of these teams. They really want to show up to the very end. And obviously, they really want to go to Conquest 2022 because it's basically the coveted match. And not only being named the champions, but also be part of such a big event like that. So, but speaking of, none of this will be possible without our amazing sponsors. Obviously, the Alliance Games wouldn't be a thing without our partners. Alliance Games is co-presented by Globe, and it's going to be very hard if we don't have all of these people here, especially when you're gaming. You need to have really good tech, and that's where Logitech G comes into play, which is our official gaming gear partner. So now we have one point down. One game down. It was very convincing for Virtus Arcus to really just get a lot of the points. But now Olfu Esports has a way to maybe even grab one more in the name of Search and Destroy. Now, Warden, my question for you. Now we're about to start the game here in Summit. What is the best thing that Olfu can do trying to respond to the aggressiveness of the LSU?
I mean, in some way, they are. If we're gonna be talking about aggressive race now, more aggression should be shown. Keep in mind, I do believe they have to stall out for just a little bit because the LSC is coming inside this matchup quite ironically hot in Summit. They have to expect for at least maybe the first few seconds where the DLC just would go for a very aggressive take here. And as I said, MJ will get a QP. Here takes on Jace and Toot, and just like that, on a 3-3 it is. Bound to get some more. Gets caught off now from Ace from the prison, but coming in now, it's a 1v2 situation. The LSU started off quite aggressively as we expected, Beef Mommy.
We already know how aggressive they can be, but that might be the price to pay. And now they're down a lot of members where they could have just had a full stack because Ace can actually try to go and get more bodies here to his name. And now you have Poopy trying to go in there, tries to get one, but unfortunately pays the price. Like, this is what we keep saying. If you're overly aggressive, you're not going to have a really good time here, especially going up against Olfu, where the passive game is a little bit more like their gameplay. And so now you are stuck in a 1v1 situation here, which you still have to go and plant the bomb. So it's all up to Cove Out to try and go and make a difference. But they're all just playing hide and seek here at the moment.
Playing hide and seek, but looking like he has found a call that it's gonna be the A bomb site. Shotgun in hand, I do believe not gonna be on the upper edge for this one. And just like that, the Mac 10 with the distance, he's gonna be able to connect it out, and Olfu will actually start off the game with the first round.
And there you go, a very important round for Olfu, and to try and gain that confidence, especially from that loss a while ago. I am just hoping that they finally get the Search and Destroy matchup, and now Again, a very interesting push going into Bravo. And now for DLSU, they're playing a little bit aggressive yet again, as per usual. MJ pushes in, going into control room, but no, he doesn't want to do anything with that. Goes very deep into spawn, but then gets spotted out. There you go. That's the price you pay for pushing deep into spawn.
Yeah, price to pay. The punishment will come into the play from the set of Olfu here, and DLS getting scattered one by one. Surely the aggression won't be the answer now. Here is iPow will be the only remaining here inside of DLS. 1v4 situation with a sniper in hand, and knowing for a fact that Olfu, they spotted him out, they know where the general location of iPow it is, just trails him down, takes one out of the play. A nifty shot needs to connect 3 more, and the time is ticking as well. Make it a double now as Nyx will be out of the play, down to a 1v4, now to a 1v2, but unfortunately Ace will cut the play. It's gonna be another round here for Olfu.
Ace yet again doing a good job in that round number 1 and 2, really just finishing, dusting it out. And now taking a look at the score lines, you can see that Olfu's outgunning DLSU because they're taking advantage of the aggressive nature of this team. And now what DLSU needs to do is to just sit back, hang on tight. But unfortunately for them, it just looks like they have seen it to the T. But now Hope out connected yet again, so that's going to be very hard for them, knowing that one player is having connection difficulties. And now iPow tries to get one, but no! Tries to go for that double, but then unfortunately for him, the KRM doesn't really do a good job.
I mean, the palace was spread it around, hit marks all over the play. Shots in, 3 shots in, and didn't find any connection whatsoever. And look at this, Olfu once again will get the bomb planted, but Eco will jump inside the bomb site here, goes for 2 shots. Will he follow the same legacy as iPow? But no, he won't. Will be able to get the connection enough to find the kill, and that was the fast cleanup here from the side of DLSU, more than enough to get the first round for their side.
Yeah, I mean, after being disconnected and getting 2 frags just like that, that's going to be very important kills for them, and eventually gives them one more round for them. So it's 2-1 still in the favor of Olfu, but then it's still very doable for DLSU to go and catch up. So Viridius Arcus, again, being a very aggressive, but it looks like they're finally handling it well enough for Olfu. They need to try and find a way to be a little bit slower here because, like what you can see, they're finally getting a lot of these picks. iPow gets a lot of these shots. Unfortunately for him, gets taken out.
Gets taken out, and come again, the aggression here is working out. Could it be? It's actually working out now here. Down to 2 players, up against 4. Eco, Tyrant Poopy, trailing them all out. Ace will be out of the play. Tooth will be alone. He's not going to be lasting for so long. Followed with his teammates now up in the heavens. He's out of the round, and that's going to be the equalizer now for this game.
A really difficult time with aggression for now. So now it's a 2-2. Everything's evened out. So now Olfu needs to just try to get some picks, get some information. And yes, they are at the aggressive side. They are attackers. So yes, they're supposed to be the one that's a little bit more aggressive, but if you're a defensive side in DLSU, that is going to be very difficult. MJ takes down GN69, and now it's going to be difficult for one person down for Olfu to try and go make a difference. But there you go. Tooth and Ace get to a piece, and now it's a 4v3 situation in the favor of Olfu.
Yeah, in favor for Olfu, they just have to wait out the aggression for the side of DLSU because despite the numbers here, despite the odds not looking so probable for the side of DLSU, they go for a very aggressive take, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, 3 players will be able to play, make it 4 as Ace once again will get shattered down, and wow, Beef Mammy. As I said, odds wasn't looking so probable, but DLSU just proving us the unimaginable.
Because they can do multi-kills after multi-kills, Warden, and now you can see here the talent of DLSU, and they're just kind of treating this as a deathmatch, team deathmatch, because the bomb will not be planted. I feel like it's their goal to make Olfu just drop like flies and not plant the bomb at all. And now, again, overextension coming from the side of Viridius Arcus yet again, and now a 3v5 situation, not looking right for Olfu.
Not looking too bad, not looking too bad at all, but the bomb is planted for a set of DLSU, make it a 1v4 again. Olfu just always gets himself into a clutch situation, and honestly, you don't want to be in that pace. Look at this, 1v3, and just DLSU just dancing around the bomb site there, taunting him out, and that's going to be a double round extension here for DLSU. Overall, we're looking at the middle stage of the game. Statistics was quite so evened up, but honestly, guys, we're talking about statistics here. If you want to find out the latest updates on your favorite all-G teams, schedules, articles, stats, you name it, and you'll find it all on our official website at AcadArena.com/Alliance Games.
This is such an intense competition so far in Alliance Games. They definitely are showing how talented all of these teams are, and now you can see here Olfu needs to slow it down, and the moment that they do, that's when they get a lot of the picks. But a 3v5 situation, you know very well, the Viridius Arcus can definitely go and play it out, but Nyx gets one more, iPow goes down. And now quietly, they need to go and make a readjustment. The bomb has yet to be planted because bomb's going to be down here at A. And now very slowly but surely, they try to go and make a lot of these kills, but it's not going to be very easy, especially since Poopy is going to be the only one left in his team. So very quietly goes in, tries to peek into Catwalk, doesn't quite get any information on that, but then the bomb needs to go and be picked up, and that's going to be very difficult because we can see that Olfu knows very well where it is.
Yep. Just rounding it all out, waiting for Poopy to make a play. And up against 3 players, Olfu, you gotta just wait out the angles. Wait for him to make a move and slowly but surely getting himself into it. Spots down JC, but unfortunately the priorities wasn't so straight. Gian will take him out. And honestly there for Olfu, they tried to play the same cards up against DLSU, going for a very aggressive take. And guess what, Beef Mam, it worked out.
It worked out very well for them, and it's basically saying you play our game, you play our pace, and that's what Olfu should keep doing, playing their own pace, letting DLSU play their own game. And so now DLSU goes in a little bit aggressively. Again, as per usual, they go very aggressively. Let's see who wins the gunfights, but unfortunately for them, Olfu wins it. Now iPow goes down yet again. Usually the first blood for iPow, and that's going to be very detrimental, but Gove yet again with the KRM, a little bit too spicy for him, and now it's a 1v4 situation just quickly as that, but then Nyx will definitely make a response, and now the rotation going in, because especially now the pinch is going to come through here into P3.
Go, gets pinched around and won't be able to last for so long. Ambre will take her out, and it's going to be the match point advantage now for the side of DLSU. At this state of the game, Beef Mammy Olfu needs to come out here flawlessly and try to win 3 consecutive rounds. DLSU, on the other hand, one thing about Search and Destroy, let's just see if they can close it out, because, you know, S&D is one of the hardest game modes to close out.
Absolutely, and now match point is already here. One more round for Ritter's Arcus. They will win it all 2-0. But let's see if Olfu is going to stop that flame. And there you go, MJ gets one. And then it's a 4v2 situation just like that. Not only that, but the bomb is going to be planted here. Pai Pao gets one more, 1v4 situation. It's all up to one man. It's all up to one person to try and go and make a different ace. Can this person try to clutch this up? You know, takes out MJ. That's a really good sign here so far. So Ace with 7 to his name. Needs to go take one more. Really good chance. Poopy. Thumper shot to the back. And there you go. Ace has 8. Is he able to finally clutch this up? 2 more people that he can go in. Their backs are turned. There you go. Really good start, but he gets spotted. 14 seconds left on the clock. It's very hard for him to go and clutch this up.
It's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be it. Only 8 more seconds to go. Up against 2 players as well. Vegeta will close it out, and it's gonna be game number 2, won by DLSU. Very discussed. You know, Beef Maumi. In some way, I was kind of seeing Alpha could possibly turn the tides around, but you know the securement there from the take of Veritas Arcus on towards the B bomb site. They were coming in quite dominant there. Once MJ got that first frag inside that last round right there, it was just a clean take from then on forward. It was really well written.
Kind of like a documentary or like a novel of some sort where you can see the Virtus Arcus still going on the very strong run that they've been going for. So I feel like this Search and Destroy was a little bit messy on both ends. It's just Virtus Arcus was just winning purely on gun skills. So I feel like for Olfu, it's just really difficult because when they were playing passively, it worked out for them the first 2, and now it's just they've been falling apart. They don't play passively, or if they are playing passively, they don't try to get that information first before going into a site. So I feel like that's going to be the most detrimental part for this game because Virtus Arcus, I think they're kind of I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I feel like they're kind of experimenting with how aggressive they can get because they know very well that they might be able to get into the head of Olfu and try to go in for the aggression, knowing very well how Olfu might crumble into the pressure.
Yeah, precisely. And I really agree on to you with that one. Considering the fact that we're speaking about DLSU here, and we did mention that this is by probably the most tagged team for this event. We're talking about Poopy, Eco, Vegeta, iPal. These players are professionals, basically, as we would love to call them out. So with DLSU, Virtus Arcus, they just love to go inside the room, every sectors of the map, go in guns blazing, and they're really confident about just winning every gunfight. Now we did see a little bit of a different take there from side of Wolfu as well, tried to play the same cards as I said, at least on the first half there for the defending side for them, and they actually won it out. But unfortunately for them, the pacing, it was a bit too fast. Now they had to set back. They still tried their luck, but it just didn't go their way.
And that's why it was a little bit tricky for someone to be chosen for Search and Destroy, knowing very well how Virtus Arcus can really be aggressive, especially in those close quarter combat where I think they really shine at. So for Olfu, I feel like that map choice was probably going to be very difficult for them. So I feel like now we're going into domination. Domination definitely will be something that we've already seen here so far. Obviously, firing range is going to be picked yet again, so it makes another appearance here. So Hardpoint, we already know it was very convincing. That storyline, without a doubt, Search and Destroy as well. Kind of messy on both ends, but still kind of very doable for Olfu to maybe get. But Virtus Arcus at the very end still picked up basically all of the pace. So now
Yeah.
we're going into domination, where firing range was the name of the game for Hardpoint, and now we're going back to it. Warden, what do
Yep.
you think is gonna happen here, buddy?
I mean, this could be another chance of a 3-0, and the last two matches that we've seen so far, it has been finishing off at 3-0. So really, the LSU here coming in from match number 1 to match number 2 quite hot, and they're not playing like it's the play. And so, the Alliance Games major event consists of 3 stages here, Beef Mammy. The play-in stage 2, the group stage 3, the playoff stage. The play-ins will run for 3 weeks, guys, with teams playing a double eliminations full format. The top 16 teams will advance to the group stage. The top 8 will advance to the playoffs, and the finalists will have the opportunity to compete live at Conquest 2022, which is LAN.
Oh yeah, definitely. We all definitely want to see that LAN competition. But for now, we are going to stay online. And now, very fast pick going into the LSU, obviously getting that Bravo site. And it just looks like they might go in for a triple cap. But then Charlie going to be left a little bit open. And it's going to be very easy for them to go and defend because they do have trailer control. 2 players right now from Ulfa try to go in there, but then gets punished really quickly with a really big 3-piece from Cove.
3-piece from Cove, that explosion there from the pickup was more than enough to just save Charlie out of Alpha. And we love to see, the LSU loves to see firing range. In fact, they chose firing range 3 consecutive times here. But looking at the familiarities here for the map control here for the set of DLSU won't be present here, as Charlie and Alpha will be owned by Alfu, pushing DLSU down, lost in the middle.
Trying to be captured at the moment right for DLSU. We finally get it, but then how fast and how long they can get, so that's going to be a different issue. So now B and A captured, none dusted by DLSU. Now Virtus Arcus need to go and try to defend these points very well. GN having 1 more kill takes out of Poopy. And now for Charlie, you need to go and take this as well. You need to go and defend it, but for now we only have 1 person that tries to go and defend it. That's going to be GN, but unfortunately for him, gets taken out. And the possibility for a triple cap might be in the air, but it's a good thing that they're just spawning right there behind the Charlie flag.
Yeah, spawning from the back end for Charlie also. But there we go, triple capture. Wasn't so expecting this one to be given for the side of DLSU, but they made it happen. Alpha DLSU also trying to get back inside the game with their own sense of double capture, but it's not cutting the case. DLSU just showing their familiarities and dominance here on firing range. Just look at this. I do believe they can hold it out much more longer. Here's MJ will cut two players out of the play, but unfortunately Tooth will get him out. It's gonna be enough for them to get a capture on towards Alpha, but the damage was just too deep. It's just too big here, Big Mammy.
Damage has been done, and now B and C captured yet again 2 points. That's always what they need to get. And now Olfu has only had the opportunity to touch on with 2 points just for a little bit of time. And now they're trying to go for Charlie yet again, but Alpha obviously captured by DLSU all the way there. So doing such a good job. MJ with the Purifier tries to go and burn everyone down, burn the house down for him. And fortunately for him, fortunately for Olfu, gets taken out. But now A and B, they still need to go get this because 75-29, that is a very far scoreline. What we don't want to see if you are Olfu, and now they need to find a way to go and readjust this because I feel like they just don't have any sort of control in the map, right?
Yeah, precisely. And I'm giving this from try to go have really showing, if I was to ask the CODM coaches around the community where you want to be in domination, firing range, you want to take it inside Charlie. The intention is there for the set of also, but come again, gunfight department, it's not really looking to be quite clean here or good enough to be up against DLSU. Look at this. Once again, good intentions being shown, but if you're going to be looking at the scoreboard right now or the kill feed, it's still going to be painted in red, all favored for the set of DLSU.
Paint the town, and that's the motto right now of DLSU Virtus Arcus. And now Charlie flag is in their sight lines, but it's not going to be too easy as Olfu will try to go and contest into that B flag, and now that's a really good start. And we have that control in Steel. They are trying to go for a trailer as well. So now they are in a prime position, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't really wait out there. I feel like Nyx could have had that in the bag, but should have just stayed in trailer. So I think this is the problem right now for Oppo, is that they're giving up the power positions, going in there one by one, and now Charlie Flag is going to be taken care of by DLSU. And now, yes, they do have Bravo and the possibility to get Alpha as well, so that's a really good start. But again, they don't have any power positions right now.
Yeah, no power position whatsoever, and that's just really scattering them all around. No be so defined for them, and it's just not gonna give them any easy job whatsoever. Look at this, DLSU will get Alpha and Charlie, and it's gonna come to the point where we're gonna start a question: Can Allfoot can they do it? Because look at this, double capture on the hands of DLSU. If I was gonna be talking about double capture, if I want to dictate or direct the pace of the game, I would want the double capture here for instead of Allfoot, just to make it more convincing for me, and looking like they will be able to manage to do so. But with contestment here for instead of MJ, that's gonna be more than enough to bring it back for DLSU. If you come again, if Allfoot wants to win it out at this state of the game, a double capture I believe is not going to be enough. It has to be a triple capture here, Beef Mammy, but it's going to be given for DLSU.
Yes, the triple cap ensues, and now the solid setup, especially with the help of the sentry gun, will make it hard for Ulfa to try and go and even touch plus cluster strike. And there you go, the cherry on top of the very great cake that is the performance of DLS. You can definitely go and say, yes, we are going to be dominating. There's a reason why we are #1, and still Ulfu struggles to go and capture a point, struggles to capture a flag, and now finally A might be the oasis in the desert that they needed, but it might be too late for them. It's all an illusion at this point.
I mean, it's with only at least 17 points to claim here, DLSU with a single hand capture, domination capture here will be enough to close down the deal. Charlie will be on the side of Allfoot. But come again, 12 more points to claim, 10 more points to claim. DLSU, it's just their game all the way. 8 more points in, and a triple capture will be going back to the hands of DLSU. Beef Mammy, honestly, as much as I hate to say it, it's just game over.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too late right now for Ulfu to try and pick up the points. As you can see, the dominating run of Virtus Arcus right now, 150 and 61. We like to see it. That is such an amazing run from DLSU. With, you know what? I wanted Ulfu. I really wanted Ulfu to go and make us wrong, prove us wrong, because we have such high expectations for all of the teams that participate here. But it just really proves that experience really topples everything, and now the experience of the pro players that are part of this Virtus team can definitely show to everyone that they have been dominating. And you can see it here: hardpoint, search and destroy, domination done, no questions asked. They're ready for the next round.
Yeah, speaking about domination, again, we're talking about DLSU. We're talking about DLSU here, and they were NC season champions. Virtus Arcus, it is facing off the, in some way, it was a big question mark for us. We did talk about this series being a David and Goliath situation here. But unfortunately, Goliath for this series here, they're going to be coming out on top, winning it out 3-0. Beef Mammy, it's not just this series that finished off 3-0. It was from the first to the second to the third run for the series. 3-0, 3-0. It's in a total of 9 games that we've seen today.
3-0 across the board, and now that seems like the story of today, but will it be the same case for the next few games? Definitely, I'm looking forward to that. And now, day #1, we're done with this. So I mean, obviously it's going to be a very big deal for a lot of these teams that actually won to just go into the next round. And obviously for us watching at home, hopefully you guys also try to give your support for all the teams that really didn't do a good job, because that's when you need it the most, to support. These guys really need you. So comment down below, just really have a really good time here, because we already know that there's still a lot more that we offer to you guys. And obviously a lot of the teams are going to be competing across different game titles, where their victories have corresponding points of the Alliance leaderboard. So this is what all of the Alliance teams are playing for. The top 5 of the Alliance leaderboard, aka the All 5, will receive an AcadArena scholarship in aid listing exclusive to their campus worth 30,000 pesos. So obviously that's a really big deal. 30,000 pesos is definitely a huge thing that can change someone's life. Even though it may be small to some, this is definitely important for them. And the top 5 of the Alliance leaderboards will receive the 30,000 very, very soon if they do make it. And if you want to find the latest updates of your favorite All G teams, schedules, article stats, you name it, you find it all on our website at acadarena.com/alliance-games. So now everything's boiling down to at the very end. We already know that the Conquest 2022 is right there on the horizon, right?
Yep, it is, and that's one thing that these teams are fighting for here. The Alliance Games Finals will be held live at Conquest 2022, happening on July 23 and 24, 224. At Conquest, you will get a chance to watch the All-G finalists battle it out on stage, meet your favorite gaming and esports personalities. Hi day, and enjoy a
Baby girl.
lot of the programs and activities for all kinds of gamers. Stay tuned for more Conquest updates at the official FB page.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's not only just like the biggest names, but you get to find your Lodis from different game titles. You get to see maybe some people that you're very familiar with in the local scene as well. So there's going to be a lot of other people which have yet to be announced. So we're definitely looking forward to that because it's going to be a very big title here. So now that we're done with today, Sunday obviously is a very special day for esports because that's when we usually get to decide who the winner is at the very future. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because now we're done. Warden, now that we're closing off our day, what are you feeling? Like it's finally at the end of the day. I feel like everything just happened so fast.
Everything just happened so fast, and also my commentator, Beef Mammy. I'm really honored. Shout out to AcadArena for having me here. This is such a wonderful opportunity, casting alongside with the legendary, for me, legendary Beef Mame, and also Leo Cash early on match number 2. So far, I'm just really overwhelmed here. The talents of this event, the opportunity once again as a caster, and just overall the whole thing. It's just a different type of charisma that I'm just so thankful of.
Definitely, my dude. There's a reason why that you're here. So this has been such an amazing broadcast, but obviously, AcadArena, Globe, Logitech G, that's definitely going to be our main MVPs for today. And obviously, you guys, you are the main players of today's tournament. So AcadArena recently launched its newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. I honestly wish that I had this while I was still a student in college and senior high. But no, you know what? The timing is just so perfect now, especially during the pandemic. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends who are in senior high school and college, they could apply for our scholarship grants and also see simply visit acadarena.com/scholarships and get the chance to be a hashtag AcadArena scholar. So we're closing out the day, and now we're finally gonna end the show. Thank you so much for having me, and it's been such a great day here so far. 3-0s across the board. Will that be the same case for the next few matches that we will definitely see in the next few weeks to come? It's your girl Beef Mommy and casting with Beef Mommy as well. I'm casting with myself. No, Warden. I was gonna say, actually, you know what? I was gonna say Beef Baby, but I was like, is that gonna be
Oh.
inappropriate to say? Because if you guys know, he's my son, so that's why I'm so proud that he's
Mommy
here today.
issues.
Exactly, Mommy. Sorry, but yes, here we go. Thank you so
Okay,
much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.